O.wsports. O.wsports. O.wsports.
Hey! Everybody, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your favorite podcast gang representing I Often Wonder, but this is the IOW Sports.
Good?
It's your kid, Wildcard Martin, in the building. You know who that guy is. It's that nigga Mel.
What's good? What's good?
What's good, big bro? How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. How about you, man? How about you?
I'm good. Hey, how was your turkey day, brother?
It was good, man. You know, I ate until I was
Or Thanksgiving,
unconscious.
yeah.
That is, you eat, you be like, fell asleep with food in your mouth. You know how that is.
Hey, man, I drank too much. I ate too much. Shout out to Carla for Raleigh on the Rock. She came through with my caramel apple sangria and my Spanish red sangria, smacking. Me and the old lady killed it, and the family killed it. She was good. Anyway, everybody, welcome to another episode of IOW Sports. We're talking football, of course, with your boy Wildcard Martin, that nigga Jamel.
What's good? What's good?
Let's get the preliminaries out the way.
Right.
Everybody go to www.ioftenwonder19.com. That's where you can check out all the information for IOW Sports, as well as our sister broadcasting station, I Often Wonder Podcast. Check out the sweater.
Right.
Anyway, find out all our social media, all that good stuff. You can always catch Mel at Bonfire, /J Edward Collection. You can always catch me at max.net for all your catering needs in the Triangle area. You can also hit up our sister, goddamn Lex Bubble Alexis. She does sweet treats at Millie J Sweet Treats. She also does catering, so you can hit her up. But anyway, week 12 just happened, and it just ended. Because as y'all see, we're filming on Thursday. We normally film on Tuesday because football week is over. But thanks to COVID, here we are.
Appreciate you, COVID. Good looking.
Yeah. Good luck, COVID. But, all right. Y'all know how the show goes. First segment, what you like, what you hate. Now, I know, before we get into it, big bro, I know there's one thing that you like, that you got news over Thanksgiving. I'll let you get to that. But let's go ahead and kick it off with our favorite segment, what you like and what you hate. Big bro, I know there's something that happened over Thanksgiving or the weekend that you liked.
Yeah, you know, I was going to save it to last, but since you brought it up.
Oh, no. Save it. Because that might be you'll get your shit off some chest moment.
All right. We'll say that.
Save it.
We say that.
All right. What you like, what you hate, week 12?
You know, and this is another one of the weeks I had to debate what I wanted to talk about as far as like and hate. Because I like, what's his name? I wrote it down so I remember.
I know you got that Alzheimer's, man.
Carson, the running back for Seattle.
You got Carlos Hyde. Got
Carson, right? Hold on,
Chris Carson. Yeah.
Man, he was running tough, man. That one run he came and he drug everybody in the end zone.
Yeah, he was playing some hardcore ball.
Seattle was playing pretty good, man. So that's one of the things I like. I like the way Kansas City played. Kansas City looked good, man.
Yeah,
the Chiefs look good. I mean, I have a few things, you know, that gives me pause, but that Tariq, all their weapons, man, they look good, man.
Man, the numbers he put up in the first quarter.
Man, they look good.
Shit.
And I want to bring something up about them later on because I want to get too in depth in it. But they look good, bro. And I was like, 'cause I was watching Pittsburgh, and I liked the way Pittsburgh pulled out the win,
Yeah, but it wasn't pretty.
but it wasn't pretty. But none of their wins been pretty this year. None of them, man. It's very
I'll speak on that later.
yeah. I'm gonna speak on that later too. So that's what I like. You know, I like some of the play that we saw. I like the way Henry was running. He is running like a beast. Man,
Hey, man.
Henry looked good, bro. He looked like, like he
Hey,
fresh out of
before you go too
college.
deep in that, I'm gonna say this. Just kind of piggyback off what you're saying about how Pittsburgh plays. Everybody's talking about Pittsburgh undefeated. I'm not watching them yesterday play Wednesday against Baltimore, who, let's be honest, they played Baltimore's JV team, all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They played
Well, offense
Baltimore's
wise, they still had good
ninth
defense.
grade freshman team, all right? Let's be honest. And Baltimore almost won that game. That gives me
Mm-hmm.
the ammunition to say that I'm not really scared of y'all. I'm really
Mm-hmm.
not. It might be too early to say it. It might not, but let's look at down the line.
Right.
Their strength of schedule ain't been great.
Right.
They almost lost to Dallas. They almost lost to some other teams
Well,
that, let's be
I won't say
honest,
their
aren't
strength
up
of
to par.
schedule wasn't great. They played some good teams. They just didn't look good playing them.
Yes, but the teams that you're supposed to beat, they don't look great. You
Right.
know what I'm
I'll
saying?
give you that.
And then I'm gonna say this: if playoffs right now, Chiefs would get Indianapolis.
Right.
I can see them winning that. But I think you play Tennessee right now. Who the hell want to see them right now?
They hot, man. Tennessee looking good. I mean, they got they look good, man. They got Henry over there running over folk, carrying people. He looking like the Earl Campbell reincarnated. He running through folks, man.
I'm going out there on the limb and saying that even as a Chiefs fan, I don't want to see Tennessee right now. They
Tennessee,
defense is getting confidence, and then Ryan Tannehill. I mean, let's be honest, he's a complimentary piece, but he hasn't cost Tennessee a game of
right,
being
right,
old Ryan Tannehill.
right.
And then you got Derrick Henry running like, I still think the Chiefs would beat them, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it had to be like some Mahomes magic to beat them because right now
Right.
it's name a team scarier than Tennessee right now. I'll wait.
Tennessee is a good upset team because they can play anybody good. I mean Buffalo too.
Nah.
Now here's my thing about Buffalo. Here's my thing about Buffalo.
All right.
Buffalo.
Here's my thing about
Go
Buffalo.
ahead. Go ahead.
They don't have a Derrick Henry.
Right.
And then when you try to put the ball in Josh Allen's hands to be the guy to go do it, you're asking a lot from a guy that hasn't really proven he could be consistent
And
enough
but see
to
that's going
get.
to my point. When they own, they own. And that's
Yes.
what make them
Yeah.
scary. But see, that's what make them scary because you don't know which Buffalo you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? You
A
get that
wild
Buffalo,
card.
yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? You get that Buffalo and they own, they can be just about anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
You get that other Buffalo, then
Yeah.
you got you a W. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's what make them scary to me because you don't know which Buffalo you're gonna get. You
I
know what I'm
feel you on
saying?
that.
So
What you hate, big bro?
um I hate it. I don't want to go too far into it because it's just no, but I hated Tampa Bay.
Ugh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, what's this? Was that 3 in a row?
I mean, I think it's 3 in a row, 3 losses because
Let's see, they got
Chiefs, Rams.
in New Orleans.
Was it New Orleans too?
Yeah, in New Orleans. They lost New Orleans.
Yeah, Rams was last week.
Right.
I mean, but regardless, you talking about a 7-5 record.
I mean, they still probably make the playoffs, but still.
No, they beat Carolina the week before that.
Oh,
But either,
they play Carolina between that.
but
Okay.
anyway, Tom Brady don't lose 2 in a row.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I'm trying to hold back because I want to go too far in because I know we got another segment that we're going to talk about. But
I didn't hold on to that because
okay.
I see it streaming off your eyes, and she like, man, I really want to go in on this cat. I don't want to give away all my materials.
I even wrote some stuff down just in case.
Now I hear you. Man, what I like about Week 12, the Cowboys lost and the Raiders lost. That's what I like.
Oh, yeah, shoot.
All right.
That's good for
If
you.
anybody's new to the show, last week I pretty much went on a rant on get some shit off
Right.
my chest. Man, I can't stand the Raider Nation, and I can't stand the Cowboys fan base. Both of y'all fan bases is just delusional as hell, and I can't stand y'all. So the Cowboys losing, I like it because let's be honest, y'all 3-8, and not only did y'all get mopped,
Right.
it was on Thanksgiving Day that y'all got mopped. Y'all couldn't hide from that ass whooping. Your fan base, my feed on Facebook and Instagram was quiet as a church mouse from all them
I
Cowboys
know it
fans. I couldn't
was.
hear shit from
They ain't want to say
after
nothing.
Thanksgiving. Uh, uh,
I don't. What?
I didn't hear shit. Yeah, I ain't hear nothing. And the Raiders fan base, look, y'all got one win from my Chiefs. Y'all played us in the close game and still lost. So y'all was hyped up and amped up on the moral victory. Good for y'all. And that annoyed the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all go out and you get wait, hold on, let me find the score.
I said 40.
Oh, it was asked for 6 points from the Las Vegas Raiders,
Mm-hmm.
43 from
Right.
the
I was.
Atlanta. I didn't stutter. The Atlanta Falcons.
Who? Sorry.
If you was talking all this junk about your team, Raiders fans, y'all playoff contenders. We back, silver and black. We back. Y'all got mocked by the team, by a franchise for over the last 5 years. Can't hold a win, worth nothing. If they was responsible of holding the life of the world in their hands, we is dead as fuck. All right, that's how troubling it is to be a Falcons fan or player. They not holding on to any victories, and they mopped the floor with the Vegas Raiders, 43-6. So that's what I like about Week 12, because y'all Raiders fans ain't got no excuse this week. Y'all look like trash trying to defend that product that was on the field last week. That's silly. You can't defend that. You supposed to be a playoff contender, and they got mocked. So I like that. Now, what I hated about Week 12, and I need to speak on it. Why the hell is Carson Wentz still starting? Look, I get the financial obligations to the franchise, but I'm gonna put it to you like this: if Donovan McNabb was performing like Carson Wentz, or if Michael Vick was performing like Carson Wentz
Right.
in Philly, you can't tell me they wouldn't replaced him, because they would have. And now don't I'm not sitting here saying that this is racism. This is race related. No, I'm not saying that. I mean, the NFL and sensitivity with racism, that's another conversation on another day.
And another
All I'm
show.
saying is that if Mike Vick or Donovan McNabb was in that same position as Carson Wentz,
Mm-hmm.
and you're only completing 58% of your passes,
Right.
you got 4 lost fumbles, you got 15 interceptions, you're leading the league in turnovers, total turnovers. Your team is 3-7-1?
I think that's right. That sounds about right.
Yeah, come on. Your Eagles are 3-7-1. You trying to tell me that they would have stuck with Donovan McNabb or Mike Vick this long? Or even, it don't even have to be the Eagles. Any team, any other 31 teams in NFL, they would not stuck with nobody like that. I get the financial obligation, But Carson Wentz is being a liability to this team right now. And especially when you're in a division that is so trash that literally 6, 7 wins could win that division, and he's costing a division crown. He's costing an opportunity at the playoffs. He is costing the Eagles a chance to get another Super Bowl. I don't think they can win it, but if you get into the playoffs because you won your division that is crap,
Right.
you give yourself a chance. He's costing all of that because he's doing too much and pressing too much. And you know what? I blame Doug Peterson and the coaching staff for allowing this play to happen. It's unacceptable. And Eagles fans, if I was y'all, I already heard y'all call for Jalen Hurts. Man, y'all need to be loud as hell because I don't care how much money that they paying him as a franchise. They want to keep taking money out of fans' pockets to support them. And if I was you as an Eagles fans, I can't support this mess that you're doing right now, Carson.
Right.
I couldn't. It don't make no sense. That shit just, whew, I probably should have saved that for get some shit off your chest segment.
That sound like a get off your chest kind of conversation.
But let's be real.
You right, man. You right.
Well, be real. If that was Donovan McNabb or Mike Vick, if that was even if that was Jalen Hurts starting for Philly this year, doing that production that Carson Wentz is doing, they would have pulled the plug on them weeks ago.
I mean, see the problem is too is that their division is wide open. And so why would you
6, 7 wins, you got that division.
Now here's two points I will raise. One, maybe there's something that Doug Peterson see in Jalen Hurts that makes him believe he can't be the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but let me answer this.
We're not in practices.
Then why put Jalen Hurts in for 3 plays? What's the point? What was the point?
I don't know. I can't answer that. You know, all I can say is that, and I'm not making any excuses. I'm just saying that that's a factor we don't know. We haven't seen Hurts practice. We're not in the practices, so we don't know if maybe there's some Peterson seeing and say, okay, he may not be able to carry the whole game. Throw him in for a couple trick plays. Throw him in, throw the defense off, right? You know what I'm saying? So now we think that Wentz give us a better chance because maybe he can reproduce that magic that he did the year we went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's the only thing I can think. That's only logic.
They got to figure something out.
That's it. And the second thing I'll bring up too is that, you have to, as a head coach, you know what I'm saying, and I don't want to second guess him. Like he's the coach, but as a head coach,
I'm second guessing.
But as a head coach, and you in a division like that, and it's only one game basically separating you from first place.
Yes, one game.
You you see that the Wentz game after game after game after game finds a way to give the games to the other team. You got to come up with another plan. You know what I'm saying? Not only is he costing you the playoffs, he's costing you your job.
That's what I'm saying. That's and this is what I'm getting to. This been 11 games, so your sample size is not small.
Right.
You know what he's doing this year.
Right.
He's put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But come on, man. Like, I'm gonna say it again. 6, 7 wins you the NFC East.
Right.
That's it.
I don't think he needs 7. 6 wins.
He's blowing it. He's blowing it.
I mean,
right.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just because it frustrates me because I already know for a fact if Mike Vick, Donovan McNabb were still playing and they was in that position with Philly, it wouldn't be no play 11 games like trash and hope that the last 5 games we got left you're gonna pull it out. No, ain't no.
Right.
I mean, Lamar Jackson would have got pulled. I mean, we already see how they treat Tyrod Taylor down in LA. He got pulled. I mean, and I'm not saying that this is race related. I'm just stating the facts off of my eyes
Right,
and
right.
my intuition that if those quarterbacks look like me, they would have pulled the plug. And like I said, I'm not saying it's racially. I'm just that's how the treatment of quarterback position when it comes to that is treated differently. So
Right,
I just
right, right.
and we'll probably have another episode about that. That's for future. But I'm just saying if Carson Wentz last name was Jones and his first name started with a tie, had a hyphen, Tyrone, he'd be on the bench. All right.
Right,
I'm just keeping it 100.
right,
That's just my opinion.
right.
I don't need no numbers to prove it. I'm just saying that's my gut talking to me. But anyway. Whew. All right. So we got what you like, what you hate out the way. We're gonna take a quick commercial. Mel's gonna do what he's gonna do. I'm gonna run off some scores from week 12. And then when we come back, we're going to get into week 13's picks. All right. We'll be right back, y'all. I kind of like that. DJ Mel in the building. All right. So week 12 picks. On Thanksgiving Day, we had the John Watson and the Houston Texans go to Motown. And the Lions yet another holiday loss, 41-25. And on the encore of Thanksgiving, everybody was blessed to see the Dallas Cowboys go down 41-16 to the Washington football team. Then we had the Buffalo Bills squeaking out a victory over Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers, 27-17. The Tennessee Titans, led by that bad man, Derrick Henry, rumbled all over the Indianapolis Colts, 45-26. Minnesota Vikings edged out the Carolina Panthers, 28-27. The Cleveland Browns found a way not to mess it up against the Jacksonville Jaguars, winning 27-25. Daniel Jones and the New York Giants pulled out a slim margin of victory over the Cincinnati Bengals, 19-17. And then you had Kyler Murray, MVP candidate, go up to Foxborough with his crew of the Arizona Cardinals, but they were edged by Cam Newton, 20-17. And those are some of your scores from week 12. o.wsports. Yo, 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 and we are back.
We back.
IOW
We back.
Sports. It's your boy, Wildcard Mar. It's that guy right there, that nigga Mel.
What up,
Hey, I
though?
kind of
What up,
like
though?
that music you playing over there,
Yeah,
playing the White Stripes. That's that Seven Nation Army.
yeah,
That's my shit right there,
And
dog.
I always pull a rabbit out of a hat. You know how I do. You know how I do. Right.
Hey Lex, where Lex at? They pull trick out my sleeve, dog.
What up, girl? That's an inside joke. You gotta
Anyway,
be watching
like
the
I said,
podcast. Inside joke.
we are back. That boy that boy Mel being all extra crazy. So we're gonna get into week 13 picks, but before we do, we're gonna go back to week 12, talk about how everybody did. All right. So both Lex and Mel 12-4 this week.
So I'm talking about.
And then, man, this is 2 weeks in a row that I did not look good. I went 6-10
Keep up
last
the good
week,
work.
and
Keep up the good work.
no, I don't like this because it had shortened the gap. Literally, it shortened the gap. All right, the standings, as I call it, have changed to this. Male, 104 victories, 72 losses, and 1 tie. And me and Lex are both tied at 109, 67 and 1. Yo, 2 weeks and the gap closed that quick. Like,
That's to make it
like
fun, man. That's to make it
now,
fun.
now you was struggling for a hot minute, and all of a sudden, 2 weeks in a row, you right there. And then Lexington tied me up, man. And
That's to make it fun, bro. That's
I
to make
think
it
the
fun.
NFL watching this and y'all rigging it,
Hey,
so
you
I
know,
lose.
when you're a
What's up with
Lions fan, you go all out. You ain't got nothing to lose anyway. Just go all out.
y'all? Oh man. Oh shit. Hold up. Hold on. Let me grab a pen real quick.
All right. I'm gonna need you to come prepared, sir.
Hey, throw me a pen. Throw me a pen. Yeah. Oh, I know. I was all prepared and everything. Sorry, y'all. Y'all excuse me. Anyway. All right. So I got all my picks from Lex Bub. All right. So we're gonna kick it off like this. Since we were supposed to have a game tonight, of course, Corona pushed everything back. We are going 9-2 New Orleans Saints, 4-7 Atlanta Falcons.
So Saints and the Falcons.
Yeah.
Give me the Saints. When is Breeze coming back?
It said 3 or 4 weeks. He's already missed 2, so probably, if not, I say probably in 2 weeks he'll probably be back.
Yeah, give me the I'm gonna take New Orleans, man. The Falcons better not play good again next week.
Hey man, the way that defense been playing is crazy. But I'm gonna go New Orleans just because I mean they want to keep a stronghold on this one position on
Yeah,
this
and
number one
I
seed. So
don't think Atlanta's that great against the run, and you got Kamara and Taysom Hill.
yep,
You
and
know,
Latavius Murray,
Latavius Murray.
and you still got Michael Thomas can
Right,
catch the slants.
right. So you have to game plan. You have to put a spy up there. Let's take away.
Yeah.
That's one less person that can cover.
Ooh, I didn't even think of it that way. You kind of right. You got to start spying Taysom Hill.
Right. So you start spying Taysom Hill. One less cover. One less person that can cover. You start hitting it with deep post routes, out routes. You know what I'm saying? Because the out route's gonna take you away from the spy. And then even the spy go say, okay, quarterback not gonna run. I'm gonna cover that man and go out there.
I noticed something with Taysom Hill. Sean Payton is not having them stay in the pocket too much.
Right.
He's
playing
moving
to his
the
strengths.
pocket, bootleg,
He's playing to his
rollouts.
strengths. Playing to his strengths. Because he's not gonna outpass you. He's not gonna outpass
you. No.
So you gotta play to his strengths. You know, quick slants. I'll even do RPO with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has the ability to do that. Because now you have to guard against 2 good running backs plus a running quarterback.
Yeah.
So,
and one Roberts. Well, I guess Emmanuel Sanders, you can consider him a weapon, but you still got Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
I mean,
Sanders, I give him that. You know what I'm saying?
You got a lot to cover to try to cover on that offense.
You know, and the defense pretty decent.
Yeah, I was just looking at the rankings last night. Total defense as in yardage, they're in the top 3.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I can't see Atlanta pulling this one out. I mean, stranger things have happened this year, but I'm gonna go with New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right.
I'm gonna go with New Orleans.
hey, I mean, you brought up some valid points. 4-7 Detroit Lions at 5-6 Chicago Bears.
They put Mitch Trubisky back in there. Trubisky been giving Detroit the blues.
Yeah, but you saw how we played last week.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. I mean, we talking about matchups though. You know what I'm saying? And every time they play, he give Detroit the blues. And then once Mitch start running, that opens up for Montgomery. That opens up for for the running game period in general. And once that running game start, play action. So
you're saying Chicago?
It's a nightmare for Detroit. So once again, I have to not pick my team and go for Chicago.
I'm actually going Detroit only because I'm gonna say this.
You're gonna bring up another point. I'm gonna bring up. Let's see if you're gonna say what I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
Them players got to show that it wasn't them.
Yeah. See,
they have to show it wasn't them.
Something like that. Yeah.
They have to show it was up top.
Right.
All right.
Right.
That's the only reason why I'm picking Detroit because every time I pick them, they let me down. So I'm gonna pick y'all this time, Detroit.
Don't let me down. I ain't gonna say the rest because the rest is
All right.
offensive.
You know what? I was looking over these scores or these matchups for this week. We actually got, and I'm gonna say this: we actually got some good matchups. As in, a lot of these teams got a lot to play for, and we'll kind of speak on this later. But a lot of these teams got a lot to play for, so I'm expecting some good football this weekend. I really am because I mean, especially. Okay. Anyway, we'll get back in the picture. I'm gonna touch because I was about to go into something, and I was like, nah, it's gonna
Wait till the
take
other
me deeper
segment. Wait
into
till the other
something else. So,
segment.
all right, 8-3 Cleveland Browns going to 8-3 Tennessee.
We'll be going. We riding that Henry train. Come on, ride that train.
Hey,
come ride it. Come on, ride that train. Come ride it.
Hey, I'm with you on this. And I've already said enough about Cleveland. I can't legitimize the 8-3 yet. I can't. They look. I could understand if y'all was playing the top contenders in the AFC and the top contenders in the NFC. That ain't the case. I'm sorry. That is the most softest 8-3 I've ever seen. I'm not knocking their running game. I'm not doing that. I won't do that.
I mean, I'm gonna tread lightly when I say this. I don't mind their defense. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. It's not.
But
it
ain't Super Bowl caliber.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. But it's enough to put it this way. If they didn't have Baker Mayfield, they had a better quarterback. I think their defense good enough.
That's a different team.
I think their defense good enough to keep them in games.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this: if you switch out Baker Mayfield for probably anybody that's in your top 10 of quarterbacks, I think that's a whole total different game.
I think they had Joe Burrow. That'd be a better team.
Oh yeah, we've had that discussion. I think you put Joe Burrow on that team with those weapons.
With Hubert, I think they'd be a better team with them. With them weapons,
bro. Justin Herbert.
Herbert. I'm sorry, I said Hubert. I'm gonna think about
Sherman. No, because I called him Hubert that before too. But
you know what I'm talking about.
If Justin Herbert was on a team that was winning more, I think a lot of people would be talking about him right now. It just so happens he's part of a team that doesn't know how to finish games, and so that gets overshadowed. It overshadows his performance because all of his great performances are coming up and losing efforts by one possession. So, but that's another topic, another day. All right. 8-1 Cincinnati Bengals, 7-4 Miami. I think we know who we going right there.
Going Miami. Don't have Burrow, so we got to go Miami.
I mean, I can't really pick the Bengals for the rest of the year. No Burrow, no winnow. Sorry.
No killer. No killer, no thriller.
The killer is gone.
The killer's gone.
The killer's gone. The killer's gone. The killer's gone. All right, 1-10 Jacksonville Jaguars, 5-6 Minnesota. I think we all know where we're going on that one. Let's not waste no more time. Let's not waste no more time on this next pick. 6-5 Raiders, 0-11 Jets. I hate the Raiders, but I'm not going with the Jets. Not doing that. I'm not stupid.
Out of Las Vegas.
But you know what? I'm not going to sit here and say that isn't a possibility. Let's keep an eye on this game. Only because you saw what Las Vegas did last week.
Yeah, that was very disappointing.
That was disappointing. That was the biggest letdown in the world.
Here's my thing. If they would have lost, I'd have been disappointed, but not as disappointed. The fact they didn't compete.
Oh, they got clean, smooth off the field.
Wait, they got a lot of good weapons over there. So my thing is like, with those weapons and you ain't compete, yeah, that's an issue. That's an issue. But anyway, go ahead.
No, you're right. All right, 7-4 Indianapolis Colts taking on the 4-7 Houston Texans.
It's a scary game.
It is. I think it's a trap game for Colts.
Right. You know, Colts coming off a loss. Houston defense. You know what? I'm gonna take Houston.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna take Houston. I'm gonna gamble on this one. I'm gonna take Houston.
Indy. I'm taking Indianapolis because you can't get trapped in this trap game
Right.
because we're getting to this nitty gritty part of the season, and you don't want to. I mean, let's look at the AFC South. Tennessee's 8-3. They're 7-4. It's
Mm-hmm.
between y'all two.
Right.
So you don't want to keep losing ground to Tennessee,
Right.
even though y'all split the regular season. But still, you don't want to. They're one game ahead of y'all. You can't. You don't want to be losing ground.
Right. Right.
You just can't. And you don't play them no more for the rest of the season. So
Right.
Indy needs this game. Um, all right. Here's another interesting matchup: 7-4 Los Angeles Rams taking on the 6-5 Arizona Cardinals. Mm.
I'm gonna go. I'm scared of this one. I'm gonna go Rams. Last couple times I picked against them, you know what I'm saying? They won. So I'm gonna pick them and watch them lose. So that defense, that defense. Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams. I think Rams gonna win this one.
Rams got the better
They
defense
got the better
for sure.
defense. Kyler Murray performance last
Mm.
week was the Rams'
Ooh.
overall performance last week.
But you know what? I'm all right. I'm not gonna hold his performance last week too hard against him because he has to play offense against the mastermind Bill Belichick.
Right.
And Bill Belichick makes Patrick Mahomes look average, all right? Bill Belichick makes Peyton Manning look average. Bill Belichick makes any quarterback you put up there makes them look average. So
Right.
I'm not gonna hold that against him too
Right.
hard. So but you know what? I'm gonna go Arizona because they do need a bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
Because Arizona's sitting in that seventh and final spot in the NFC right now.
Right.
And there's a lot of teams behind them still in the hunt. They need to stay in that spot
Right.
or climb. So I think they got more to lose.
Okay. I can see
So I'm
that.
gonna go Arizona.
Okay.
Here's another interesting matchup. Don't listen to the records, people. 4-7 New York Giants, 8-3 Seattle Seahawks. So you got two division leaders going up against each other.
I want to pick the Giants,
I do too, but
but
I'm gonna throw this caveat.
mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones might not play.
Oh, I'm gonna go Seattle. I'm gonna go
Yep.
Seattle.
I'm gonna go with Seattle only because I'm not big on Daniel Jones, but let's be honest, he's probably the only reason why the Giants are still in
He's
this.
managing the game, decent. I ain't gonna say well, but decent because he still makes some bonehead plays.
Oh
But
yeah, oh yeah.
he's still managing it pretty decent enough to keep them close where the defense can come in and make a play here or there. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. So, I mean,
Hey, his mobility is low key better than what I thought it
yeah,
was.
he's a pretty good mobile quarterback. I mean, he's not gonna be talked about in the same sentence as Mahomes and Lamar and stuff like
Lamar and
that.
Kyler.
And
No, no.
Kyler,
Oh
right?
no. I would never.
Man, he's gonna be in the same sentence with them, but he's like a step under, say, like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron
Yes.
Rodgers is a
I,
pretty
I
good
can
mobile
I can say
quarterback.
that. I will say that.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a pretty good mobile quarterback. So he might be a step under that.
I feel you on that. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, nice
Mm-hmm.
segue. They are 8-3, hosting the 3-7-1 Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay
I
because
can't rock with
look,
the with them Eagles, man. Sorry about that,
look,
Dex.
I'm going Green Bay only because every time I didn't try to have the Eagles back, Carson still puts up this garbage. So
Carson Wentz is garbage. Just when I think he can't be no worse than he can be, he find a way to look even worse.
look, I I don't.
His
I'm not the
decision
type of
making.
person that likes to live off excuses
Right.
because that's not how I roll.
Right.
Now, I will say this: the Eagles have had injury problems over the last 2-3 years,
Right.
and I get it. I
Right.
get it. Him included.
Right.
Carson Wentz has
Right.
his own injury problems,
Okay.
but he dealt with the same situation last year.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a lot of continuity because of injuries.
Right.
So the same thing happens this year. But
Right.
what was the difference between this year and last year? You're in the same situation.
Right.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, you got to make plays.
You got to make
And
them
I'm
plays, baby.
sorry, just looking at some of the reads he's making as a quarterback, I'm
And see
like,
that would be
what are you
my
looking at?
thing. It, take the injuries into consideration, but on top of that, it's not the injuries that's losing you the game. It's his
It's bad
decision making.
decision. Yeah,
It's bad decision making. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
And it's bad quarterback play in general. I mean,
In
he
general, yes.
overthrowing people, throwing picks. It's just like if it wasn't for the bad decision making, they probably win the division with ease.
Uh, honestly, if you take away all the turnovers from Carson Wentz, the NFC East is already locked up by
Right.
Philly.
Yeah, Philly would have it. You know what I'm saying? And which will put both of them in a better light because they wouldn't be calling for you to bench Wentz, and they would be calling for maybe possibly firing Doug Peterson. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you're gonna win the division and you're gonna win it, you know what I'm saying, impressively. Which, well, I say that point for later, but I was gonna say that kind of segues into Tampa Bay, but I'll say that for later. Go ahead.
All right. 5-6, New England Patriots going to 3-8, Los Angeles Chargers.
It's another like one of those games that can be iffy. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Chargers, they do. I mean, they play tough. They just don't pull them out. You're going against Belichick, who's an excellent coach, but Patriots overall this year play has not been great.
I'm gonna say this before you go any further.
Okay.
Their defense has been playing well.
Yeah, defense been playing well. It's just
That
it's just
damn
Cam Newton. It's
offense.
just Cam Newton.
And all right, so I'm gonna nip this little shit in the butt real quick. I've been hearing all these people talking about, well, Tom wasn't playing well neither. I'm like, if you really look at Tom Brady's numbers with that same cast in New England, he still put up at least 24, 25 touchdowns last year.
Right.
Let's be honest, it's the quarterback play. Cam,
Yes.
and we all know this, Cam is not on the same level as Tom.
Right.
Obviously,
Right.
yes. But when you got a former MVP, a former quarterback that has taken a team to the Super Bowl,
Right.
you got some talent now. All right, let's not fake the funk. Let's just be honest and call it what it is. You are playing like ass crack. All right, and people who's new to the show, my feelings on Cam personally is he's a running back playing quarterback, pretending to be a quarterback, and I never trusted him as a quarterback, but that's me.
Right.
But you got Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert's going to outshine Cam.
I think he will too, but I just think that in the end, I think Belichick might find a way to pull it out in the end.
That's my wild card. Is Belichick is going to find a way to neutralize. One, he likes to take away your top weapons. So Keenan Allen expect to get bracket coverage.
Right.
Then Mike Williams expect to get bracket coverage.
Right.
So whoever other options that the Chargers got, expect to hear their names called on Sunday because they're gonna have to pick up a lot of slack because Belichick ain't with Herbert trying to kill this guy, especially a rookie. And Belichick don't like losing the rookies. Let's call it what it is. You don't like losing a rookie. But you know what? I'm gonna go Chargers. They gotta win. They gotta win some of these one possession games eventually.
Well, you going Chargers? I'm gonna go Patriots then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers. And to me, Justin Herbert is runaway rookie of the year.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I don't see any other rookie winning this award.
Yeah, he got to get it. I mean, I would have kind of said close to with Burrow, but now he hurt. He definitely can't get it.
Now, I'm with you on that. If Burrow doesn't get hurt and he plays the rest of the season, I think you have a more close rate for rookie of the year. But with Burrow being hurt, I'm having a hard time seeing a rookie that's going to have more of an impact than Justin Herbert has this year. All right. 4-7 jackasses. 4-7 Denver Broncos versus 10-1 defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. I already know who I'm going with.
Chiefs.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so we didn't need to waste our time with that.
No.
All right. All right. Cool. All right. Ooh, this is an interesting one.
Okay.
4-7 tied for first place in the NFC East Washington football team. 11-0 Pittsburgh Steelers.
This can be one of those games Pittsburgh might lose.
Hey, first of all, Pittsburgh already had a shit ton of handful of games they should have lost already.
Right.
Let's be honest.
Right. This might be one of those games because Washington defense been playing pretty good,
Mm,
and Ben can't be making those mistakes he normally make.
nope.
Because they got.
Hey, Chase Young, defensive rookie of the year, possibly.
I can see that, but I'm still gonna go with the Man of Steel.
Oh, word. Okay. So you hyped the no-name team just to let them down.
That's what I do.
I trust Alex Smith more than I trust Big Ben.
Okay.
And people don't blow up the chats why I said that. I'm just hear me out. Big Ben is a turnover risk. He is.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
He'll try to
He's
some
going
passes.
to give that Washington, especially if Chase Young plays like I think he's been playing lately, and he's on that ass.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to throw up some throw up balls for that Washington defense to get a couple of interceptions.
Right.
Or he's going to get a sack or two because Ryan Kerrigan's still on the other side of Chase Young. So I think they got a formidable front four on Washington's football team's front four on the defensive side.
Right.
That's my upset. I'm going with Washington. I'm going with the no names.
No names.
Yeah, no names. All right. 8-3 Buffalo Bills at 5-6 San Francisco 49ers. Tracking.
Yeah, because San Fran playing tough. Well,
San Fran's mathematically not eliminated out the playoffs, and they're mathematically not eliminated from winning that division as well.
And we don't know what Bills team gonna show up.
This track name.
I'm tempted to take San Fran.
Lex did. Lex Bub took San Fran.
I'm gonna go Buffalo though.
Okay.
I'll go Buffalo, but I'm tempted to take San Fran.
I'm kind of.
I took them last week and they pulled through for me.
You know what? I'm gonna go San Fran. I'm gonna go San Fran.
I can see it happening, bro. I can see San Fran winning that one.
Well, because I'm just being realistic. San Fran is the game behind Arizona to get into that second spot. Right. They got something to play for too. This ain't just a Buffalo show on this game. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know what? That's my other upset. Boom, boom. San Fran booking it. Let's go 49ers. Let's go.
Let's go Niners. Let's go.
All right. And last but not least, we got the 3-8 Dallas Cowboys going to Baltimore to facing 6-5 Baltimore Ravens. You know, Baltimore almost won last week with the JV rookie team and the all freshman team. So you know what? I got a feeling Lamar's probably playing in this game. They're probably going to get majority of their starters back from that COVID list. You know, they Baltimore technically is out of the playoffs right now, and Dallas technically is still in the hunt, which is crazy. I'm gonna go Baltimore. If they can't make the playoffs, I don't know what is gonna go on with the headlines in Baltimore. I don't know who's going to catch the blame. I don't know who's going to catch the flack for not making the playoffs. If it's a big if, but I think Baltimore they have to win this game.
I agree.
Dallas, on the other hand, let's be honest. If they make it to the playoffs just because of the trash of this division, then so be it. I think the NFC East, whoever wins that, is a one and done anyway.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, the headlines is not going to look good in Baltimore if they don't make it to the playoffs. So
no, it's not. But I'm gonna go Baltimore.
All right. All
I
right.
just can't put my money on Dallas.
Man,
Just
you
can't do
must like losing money. You keep putting your money on Dallas,
it. Just
man.
can't do it.
All right. Those are picks, y'all. Week 13 is coming up on Sunday. Man, we getting into the nitty gritty of football
I
season,
know.
bro. Whoa.
I'm
Them
ready
boys
for
got a chance to clinch the division. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Anyway,
it.
we're gonna we're gonna take another quick commercial break. In the mix of that, I'm gonna run off some NFL scores. I might have to use the bathroom too, but anyway, we'll get to that. And then when we come back from break, my favorite segment, get some shit off your chest. We'll be right back. o.wsports.
That's right, baby. I want all y'all to walk on over to the bridge with me.
Oh, I'm getting jiggy with this to that Boochie Collins. Speaking of getting jiggy, Miami Dolphins and Ryan Fitzpatrick got jiggy on the winless Jets 20-3. And we've already talked about it, but it's always good to get another laugh. Las Vegas Raiders went to ATL, Atlanta, and them dirty birds danced all over them Raiders 43-6. The New Orleans Saints beat up on the quarterbackless Denver Broncos 31-3. The injury reserve team of the San Francisco 49ers, who got more players on injured reserve than just about any other team in the league, but still managed to beat the Los Angeles Rams 23-20. And of course, my team right here, you see it on the hat. The reigning defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs, put a beat down on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27-24. Then Aaron, that bad man Rodgers, took his Green Bay Packers and beat up on the Chicago Bears 41-25. Sierra's man, Russell Wilson, and the Seattle Seahawks took it to the other birds, Philadelphia Eagles 23-17. And to finish all, Week 12, on a Wednesday, yes, I said it, a Wednesday, the Pittsburgh Steelers remained unbeaten, beating the Baltimore Ravens on the ninth grade JV team, 19-14. And those are all your scores for Week 12. I'll be right back.
They're like the worst jail metaphors I've ever heard in my life. I don't even know how to explain them, okay? He gets out of jail, my brother called me, he said, Kev, Uncle Richard Jr. just got home. I said, what? I'm on the first flight, I'll be there in the morning. I ain't seen him in 15 years, I gotta see him. I get there, my uncle in the middle of the living room floor, I'm hyped to see him. I'm like, Uncle Richard Jr., what up, baby? 15 years, that's a long time, man, how you been? Swear to God, that's what he said to me.
Hey,
Yes,
get away from
little
me.
ass nigga.
Yeah! Sit down. Sit
You
down,
know what
Pop.
to say. My brother came out of nowhere and grabbed me. He was like, chill. He been saying this all day. We don't know what it means. Just wait a minute till we figure it out. Now
Kevin
here's
Hart.
the thing, right? I said, no, I'm not going to chill. I'm going to talk to him. Y'all not talking to him. I pulled him to the side and said, look, a lot of stuff has changed since you've been going, man. I'm doing well. I'm making good money now. Let me take you out, put you around some women, get some drinks. We'll have a good time. He said, all right, cool. I take him to a lounge, right?
Just
I'm at the
in
bar,
case,
drinking,
I'm
fooling
making
around.
home
I'm having a good
tonight.
time. I can't see him.
If you want that some baby, just in case, just in case. Oh, snap. We are back, folks. Oh, let that play. Let it play. So just in case.
Think of how we made love Almost anywhere.
Man, DJ Melly Mel bringing it back, y'all. And just in case you haven't been listening to the show, everybody, welcome back to another episode of IOW Sports. My man Melly Mel over there playing the hot beats. My man over there playing that Jaheim.
Right.
Jaheim, just in case anybody can't remember, Jaheim was literally like the R&B version of Tupac a little bit. Like he was doing the love ballads, but he did it with like a little gangster to it. So he was kind of gangster with it. But anyway, we're back. Wildcard Mar, that nigga Mel, and everybody. It's that time of the show. Some shit off your chest. And just in case, if y'all haven't been paying attention, so the last 3 segments of get some shit off your chest, that nigga Mel has managed to always talk about Matt Patricia and anything Michigan football related. Now, he got one of his wish got granted this past weekend. Just in case y'all haven't heard, Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn, the GM, both got the...
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
You've been holding on to that one, haven't you?
Been holding on to that
one.
one.
Yeah, you was holding on to that
Ladies
one.
and gentlemen,
You was holding on to that one.
We got him.
Now, it's funny because earlier in the year, both everyone on the show, me, Lex, and Mel, have both put a coaching list of names that deserve to get fired, and all of them that have been fired was on that list. So it was going to happen eventually. So anyway, Mel, go ahead, get some shit off your chest, big bro.
Man, look, man, it's been a long time coming. You know, I've been like every week. Why the nigga still here? Every week. Next week, nigga, you still here? You know what I'm saying? It's like that house guest that won't leave. You get them hints. You get them hints to them. Oh, I gotta get up early in the morning. Where you going? They still be sitting on the couch like this with the remote control. You know what I'm saying? So some people you gotta force out. So it just like you got
one after welcome,
bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like he had to go, man. I don't know what took him so long. I don't know why they waited so long, but it's good that he's gone. Now, here's the thing. You got a good opportunity to build something. And I just don't want them to rush into like trying to hire somebody. You got the rest of this season and into the beginning of next season. You know, before next season start, rather.
Jim Caldwell's still out there.
Right. You still got Jim. Shoot.
I'm just saying because he didn't deserve to get fired in general. But I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Eric Bieniemy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's a good hire.
But only problem with Eric Bieniemy, he's gonna be so sought after.
Yeah. But see,
what exactly is the front office gonna be willing to pay for him?
That too, and plus, well, they do have like since they fired him now. I mean, Matt Patricia and Bobby Quinn, they can get an early start. I mean, you know, you can't talk to them now, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, they can kind of like get some fillers out there. You know how to do it without doing it. You know what I'm saying? You can get some fillers out there, see where his head's at, see, you know, what he even consider coming this way, that kind of thing. See what kind of numbers he might want, that kind of thing. So you can lay the preliminaries out there, lay the little foundation out there, kind of get a filler and see, and you'll know, okay, all right, this might not be the one for us because he might want too much or he don't even want to come here anyway. But I think if Sheila is really trying to build something here in Detroit, I think that there's a good opportunity. Here's a good opportunity for a coach like him to come over here because he can kind of build what he wants.
Yeah.
You know, you need somebody that's going to be a leader first. Because, see, the problem with Patricia is he was all, you know, X and O's, X and O's, but he wasn't a leader. And they didn't respect him. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what kind of lost his locker room, which spilled over to the field into losses. I believe that if you get someone of that caliber, I can't think the other guy name. I think he's San Francisco's.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Something. It's Robert Saleh.
Yeah, him. He actually would be a pretty decent pick too.
Now, before you get too deep in that, I just want to say I don't have a problem with them taking Saleh, the defensive coordinator for San Francisco. Only thing I'm gonna say is, before this year and last year, he was still the defensive coordinator, and that wasn't the same San Francisco defense that we get now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
But
now,
go ahead,
here's another point to bring up: it's a time to move on from Stafford.
Mm.
And I don't get me wrong, I like Stafford. You know what I'm saying?
So answer that question yourself. Jamel Thomas, you are general manager of the Detroit Lions. You keeping Matthew Stafford or not?
I think I had to get rid of him. And it's just a business decision. It's not even about like or dislike, because I like Stafford. And you know, if the Lions would have turned it around with Patricia, I'd love to see him turn around with Matthew Stafford. However, you know, you going into 12, 13 years of Matthew Stafford. And, you know, whatever you want to go in there, no, not good coach, whatever. The problem is, right now, somebody will take him. If you wait too long, nobody will take him. You can't get nothing for him. He's too old.
He got no value.
You know, he won't have any. Yeah, he won't have any value. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing is like you got to think about. Okay, I have somebody will take. Now you can go out there and get you a decent veteran and just start building your team so you can have some kind of decent product out there while you build.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that fans need to look at, if they do it the right way, this not going to be a 1 or 2 year turnaround.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think to do it the right way, to put in a winning product. I'm not talking about next year, go to the playoffs, following year, you back in the same thing, that kind of thing. But to put something together where time after again, you see them playoffs and eventually Super Bowl. You have to lay a good foundation. That comes with good coaching, good front office, good players, and you may have to strip the team. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying total reset on the whole joint?
You may have to go that way. I mean, there's some good players. I mean, there's some good pieces there. You know, if Galladay is now on this injury prone every year thing, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. You know, I like Galladay, but if he's gonna keep getting injured, you might want to look at getting rid of him.
Hey, the biggest attribute of any player is availability.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So you look at, but you got Marvin Jones, who's been in the league for a minute now. Still a solid player. I wouldn't get rid of him right away.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I think your running game, if Swift will develop, you got
who's just coming off concussion protocol, so he's already showing durability issues.
So you got if he same with Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, you know same with him. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He's got durability issues.
Hockenson been looking good. You know, your defensive pieces. Do you try to move Flowers while somebody want them?
Their defense is getting older.
That's what I'm saying. Do you try to move Flowers? You know what I'm saying? Do you try to move Collins? Those are big names, big contracts. If you can move them, you know, the rookie you got out of Notre Dame, he may be somebody a good coach can develop. You know, I'm not gonna put down this play right now because he was under Patricia. I want to see what he do under another coach that may be able to develop him. You got the guy that got out of Hawaii, you know, that linebacker. I would go ahead and move. I can't remember his name either. Go ahead and move Jared Davis. Just move him on. Maybe just cut him. For real, I mean, it's like he haven't developed. You know, it's like every year, you know what I'm saying? Just cut him. And somebody get him cool. If they don't, just cut him. I mean, it's a business. It's
Yeah,
not it's
you're
not a
right.
personal thing. So if you can move some of those players. That'll give you some cap room to maybe get a couple of good vets in there. You know, maybe like I'm not talking about 15-year vets. I'm talking about like maybe somebody been in the league 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that.
Relatively still young,
Relatively still young. Cause you still
under
want
the 30,
right,
30 age limit.
right. You want still some veteran team members on there. You know what I'm saying? So you build around your rookies. Then or maybe try to get some draft picks out of these moves. You know what I'm saying? The more draft picks you get, the more pieces you can get to the puzzle, and then look maybe towards, the beginning of next year to try to get your veterans in around your draft picks. Build your veterans around your draft picks. Okay, I need a veteran here. Your corner position, Akuda, like I said,
Having durability
having
issues.
durability. I mean that, and he having play issues. He haven't really. I mean, he getting burned. Now
Yeah,
that could be
yeah, that boy
technique.
look like that toast you left in the toast a little bit too long.
Right. So I'm saying, but it could be technique. Maybe something could be taught. I mean, like I said, it's a rookie year. They got a couple other rookie corners over there. Get rid of Tufont. He ain't really. I see him getting burned plenty of times,
And he's older.
and he's older. You know what I'm saying? So you got some pieces there where you need to probably come in and move and
Yeah.
add to it. I think a good quarterback, a good GM. Baltimore's GM will work. Somebody else I was thinking about. There's a couple other GMs there that I think will work. You know, so you get you good GM, good coach, and just start building pieces, man. And I think they can and a quarterback.
I would if I'm Detroit, if I'm the owner, believe it or not, I would go get Louis Riddick as my GM. The guy he's because I say this because he got front office.
Mindset.
Not only does he have front office mindset, but he actually has front office. Shit, I'm fucking being
Experience.
brain stupid. Yeah, front office experience with the Giants and the Browns.
Right.
And only problem with him is how much money do you offer him to step away from doing Monday Night Football broadcasting and take that position? That's the only thing.
Right.
Because some of these guys, they getting paid pretty nice doing broadcasting, and sometimes you're like, what's the point in doing this?
But some people
And-
like that experience being involved in football operations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they will take, I won't say, I guess for lack of better words, a pay cut, or maybe not as much as they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just so they can get involved in football operations. Some people have that fever. They want to, you know what I'm saying? So that may not be a problem because, they're like, sure, I wouldn't mind getting back in that, in the mix. And it's a good opportunity to, like, if you're an analytical guy or somebody who likes to build, you're like, I can build something here.
Yeah. And then you also got I can't remember his first name, Mr. Smith, that used to be the general manager, the black guy that used to be the general manager at Houston.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
He's looking to get back in the NFL.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's Rick Smith. I think that's when
might be. It's another person
I'm
thinking about.
But he was responsible for drafting Deshaun Watson, responsible for drafting DeAndre Hopkins.
Right.
I mean, I'm believe it or not, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he was part of the general manager that brought JJ Watt to Houston. So it's like he knows how to build a team. Because let's be honest, Bill O'Brien didn't get fired because the team didn't have personnel. That wasn't the problem. He got fired because
general manager experience.
He was a terrible general manager.
Right.
And Rick Smith he took Rick Smith's role for the last 2.5 years because Rick Smith was dealing with some personal shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why Bill O'Brien got fired. He was trying to do Rick Smith's job and just wasn't adequate enough to do it. Let's be honest.
Right.
So to me, Rick Smith, him and Louis Riddick should be on the first list to fill that GM position.
All right. I can go.
And that's just my opinion, as an outsider. But the owners of the Detroit Lions are going to do what they're going to do.
Right.
But I'm just saying, as a football fan, there's a couple of guys out there that got some experience, and especially when you talk about Rick Smith, that knows how to draft and get
Right.
free agents and put a team together. Let's be honest.
And I was listening to Sheila Ford talking on a press conference. You know, since I'm here, I can watch some of the local stuff, and I don't know if I can really kind of believe that she really gonna do what she need to do. She seemed like she was like being diplomatic with some of her answers. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't been here in a while to actually see local stuff, so I don't really have a feel of how she do press conferences. So, but like just watching it.
It sounds like you're saying that when she was talking, it felt like she was just gassing shit up just to keep
we're gonna
things
look for the best candidate. You know, the usual stuff people say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna weigh our options and see blah blah blah, that kind of thing.
The fluff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's one of the things I'm gonna get off my chest. I'm gonna let you go ahead. I got another point I want to bring up.
Oh, you got another one? No, bro, keep it rolling because I got time. You want to roll? I ain't gonna stop your mojo. Come on.
So I was looking at we was talking about Tampa Bay, and we was talking about Brady and stuff. So one of the points that people is bringing up is it the system or is it Belichick? So now the sample size is out there.
Oh yeah.
So now, is the goat becoming a sheep? You know what I'm saying? So I pulled up his stats. I have written down. So I pulled up his stats against the Chiefs. His QBR was 60.2. He had 1 sack, 2 interceptions, completion rating of 65.9, 345 yards out of 41 attempts. Now, let's look at Mahomes' stats compared to that. Same game. QBR 86.1, 3 touchdowns, 462 yards.
Torsion.
Right. And
that's the top 5 defense too.
No. I'm sorry. That was his overall stats. His stats in that game was a QBR of 91.0. He took 2 sacks, 3 touchdowns, 75% completion rate compared to Brady's 65 completion rate. So now that's them two going head to head. You got, the so-called GOAT, the GOAT against the incumbent GOAT. The incumbent GOAT, right. The incumbent GOAT. We didn't say that. Going head to head, he got torched.
Yeah.
He got torched. I will say this. I think the system that he's in, or what Aaron's asking him to do, like I said last week, is totally against is what he used to doing. But some of the throws that he was doing, he was overthrowing a lot of people. He was making he was misreading a lot of stuff. And so I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So then you have to go back. So then that makes you go back to, was it a system that he was in? You know what I'm saying? Or was it Brady?
Ooh. It's really tough to really answer that question in just one answer because when you take Tom Brady and put him with Bruce Arians is not conservative like that.
Right.
He's not looking for just dink and dunk and just matriculate down the field. That's not his game.
Right.
Bruce Arians is like, when there's a shot, you take it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he feels that there's pretty much a shot on damn near every other play, so you better be taking shots. And look, I'm gonna say this because to me, it's a relationship thing.
Okay.
Let's be honest. You take the GOAT quarterback and the GOAT coach.
Right.
All right. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. You put them together, you got 6 Super Bowl wins, 9 appearances.
Right.
This is the first year that in 20 years, we've seen them separate.
Right.
And if you're going by record, Tom is going to have the better record.
Okay.
But if you're going by eye test, and me personally, I'm going off the eye test.
Right.
them jokers need each other. I'm just gonna kind of say it like that because I mean you got Bill Belichick on one hand who can't get an offense worth nothing, and somehow that Patriots team is still 5-6 in the hunt, which I don't understand.
Right.
Because I think that team, that offense is just terrible, like terrible on some other level. And they don't have that strong enough defense to keep holding that team together to get wins. They just don't.
I agree.
And on the other hand, you got Tom Brady, they're still winning.
They have a winning record.
To me, they're beatable. They are not consistent. They're not on one accord. And even after 11 games, they're still having communication issues.
Well, here's the thing, too. I looked at the last 5 games, right? The 2 games that two of the games they lost against above 500 teams, Tom Brady's QBR is like
down
in the 50s.
Yeah, it's down.
I think one was like 52, one was like 57, something like that. I'm not looking at it now, so that's off my top of my head. So it was in the 50s. His QBR was in the 50s, bro.
Yeah.
So my thing is those against above 500 teams.
Yeah. Playoff contenders. You know, New Orleans, I think he was like 57. And I can't remember the other team that they played that they lost. Both games against New Orleans, he didn't look good.
Yeah, right. But I think the latest game, it was like 57 QBR.
Yeah.
You know, and then if you look at mediocre teams, he still was like in the 60s. I think once or twice he's in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not actually looking at it now. But
I know he looked good against the Panthers, but that's the Panthers. That's the only team that actually looked good against.
That's the Panthers. So my thing is like, when you roll into the playoffs,
there ain't gonna be no Panthers in there.
Right, you know what I'm saying? You're going to roll to the playoffs. You're going to have to perform. You're going to have to produce. You know, and if you don't produce, you lose. This ain't the best of 7.
To piggyback off your statement right there, I'm just going to throw this out.
Okay.
You got Tom Brady and the Buccaneers in the playoffs, and by happenstance, if Bill Belichick and the Patriots get to the playoffs.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
I can't put faith in Cam in that offense, but I can rely on TB12.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Well, I can rely on TB12.
I will agree with you on that. I think though, if you're going back to my original statement, well, one of my original statements, if you looking at Belichick versus Brady, which one seems to need each other? I know you said they need each other, but which one is in a better position, I guess, for lack of a better word?
Oh, if you're putting it like that, Bill Belichick would take Tom Brady back right now in a heartbeat. He'll give up anything.
Belichick is doing better because look at it like this. Let's go look at both teams. You have Tampa Bay with weapons that, if comparable, you can say are better than most weapons in the NFL, if not arguably up there with all of them, weapon-wise.
On paper, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about how they playing. I'm just saying if you just look at them on paper. You know what I'm saying? You got some of the – I'm talking about overall of what you have. I ain't just talking about like putting everybody head to head, but overall what you have a lot more weapons than majority of the NFL has.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you look at the Patriots, no weapons and garbage quarterback. But Bill Belichick still squeaked out 5 wins.
But here's my rebuttal to that.
Okay.
That's the same squad Tom Brady had last year, and he got him to the first or second round of the playoffs. Yeah, but they're not going nowhere with Cam. I'm sorry.
So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. What my argument is that I think Belichick is doing a better job because he has.
Okay.
He's working with less.
I see where you're going because he's working with less. You're right.
He's working with less and still putting out. We got a better record than the Lions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's still putting out a decent product. He's still finding a way to win. Even on defense, their defense is playing pretty decent. And they lost a lot of players on defense.
Yeah, I think like 9 starters due to COVID. They wanted to rest.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're putting it like that, Yes, I will agree with you that I think that Belichick is doing more with less.
Right.
So yes, you got a point there. I'm just saying is that that's the same team that was with Brady last year. It
Right.
is.
Right.
In,
Okay.
in on
On
offense, I
offense.
can
Right.
say
Right. Okay.
it's not the same team last year on defense. It's not
Right.
just
Right.
because all the circumstances and people opting out.
Right.
I'm just saying is that people are not giving Tom enough credit because he doesn't look like Tom Terrific in Tampa Bay
Mm.
that we're accustomed to.
Right.
I look, when you get to greatness, there's a certain level that you have built and established.
Right. And that's what you're gonna get compared with, though.
And that's what I'm saying. If the next year you're on that same level, or even just a slight drop off, people are ready to. Oh, he sucks. I'm not ready to say that. All I'm saying is that Tom, first year under a new system, if you put up his stats compared to last year, you're
Mm-hmm.
pretty much on par. You
Uh-huh.
know, touchdowns at least, touchdown passes.
Okay.
Now I'll say his interceptions are up.
Yeah.
Well, that he's just in a different style of offense,
Mm-hmm.
and you can attribute it to that if you want to. I mean, you talking about being checked down, Tom, only
Right.
taking certain shots every now and then,
Right.
and now you are pretty much turning into a 43-year-old Tom who's all of a sudden flinging it 25 yards down the field
Right.
4 or 5 times a game, which
Right.
never happens. So
It's like this. All right. I remember the first Superman movie, right?
yeah,
And I was like, oh wow, this is great. I like this. This is, Superman's the man. You following Superman, you thought Superman's great. And then you got to the Superman with General Zod and them, and he was beating Superman down. He was like, oh my
oh
God, what happened to Superman? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? What happened to Superman? Because you comparing Superman by Superman. Who else can you compare Superman to? But Superman. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, you're
So
right.
if you're calling Tom Brady the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? You're going to compare him to his
Goat.
GOATness. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? What he's done. And
yeah,
so when you see that he's not performing at that level, then you're like, oh, what's going on? Now,
yeah,
I'm not saying, I know I made the statement as the GOAT becoming a sheep. I just kind of made that as to kind of get the conversation going. But I'm not
yeah,
saying
yeah. We
that,
know, bro. You gotta have,
right, right.
food
Well,
some
I
shit
just want
up.
to make it clear that I'm not saying that Tom Brady is garbage. You
Oh
know what I'm
no,
saying? No, I'm not going that far. But it seemed like he taking a couple steps down. Now, could it be, like you said, new offense, learn a new system? Could be. But it's at least worth noting that this is not the Superman I'm accustomed to.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't have nothing else to compare it to but to himself.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, same thing when Mahomes get down the road, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
gonna happen to him.
It's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna be like, well, this ain't Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? And right now, because he's doing a lot of great stuff, he's taking his bar higher.
Here's my only thing about Mahomes and me being, of course, being a Chiefs fan.
Right.
I'm taking that cap off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting on the cap of a football fan.
Right.
He's getting so much success early in his career
Right.
that the longer he plays, he's already setting himself up for a certain level of expectations that everybody is going to be accustomed to.
Right. Right.
And he's going to have to consistently, year after year, either come to that level or
Mm-hmm.
take it beyond it.
Right.
So that'll probably be the only drawback I would say about Mahomes' play is that he's going to have to deal with that conversation that we're having right now about Tom Brady.
Right.
It's just that maybe his conversation might come 8 years down the line, 9
Right.
years down the line, because
Right.
I mean it's his third year as a starter, fourth year in the NFL, and
Mm-hmm.
you talk about one MVP, a Super Bowl win, a Super Bowl MVP, and a potential another MVP year this
Right.
year.
Right.
You got a lot of success early,
Right.
and he's pretty much a I mean, I think that's kind of why we're having this conversation is because Tom Brady kind of did the same thing. A lot of success
Early.
early.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you gonna have to if you that guy,
You have to remain
and
that guy.
this is being talked about to you inside as that guy.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's been documented how Tom prepares and how much he loves the game, how much he's willing to sacrifice for the game. Mahomes, you gotta match that. I'm sorry, you have to match that or go beyond that. You have to take your drive to a whole nother level, because if you want to be considered in that GOAT conversation, and I've already called Mahomes the incumbent GOAT,
Right.
you're going to have to take your mentality and damn near take Tom's mentality and make it look like it was nothing, because I mean, you're winning a lot early. You're setting yourself up for a lot of expectations and a lot of criticism at the same time with that. So I mean,
I think that, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be quiet, but I think what we have now, you know, we don't know how long Brady's gonna play. No, maybe 2, maybe 3 years. We don't know. But with this young group of quarterbacks we have now, I think we got a nice group. I mean, you know, Burrow develops, Patrick Mahomes, Herbert, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson.
I would throw Dak Prescott in there.
We're not putting Baker in there.
No.
Who else? We forget somebody, man. That's one more person we forgetting. We said Herbert already, right?
Yeah, Joe Burrow. You know, I'm not ready to jump on Tua in there yet. I'm not.
Yeah, Tua's still kind of up in the air.
You know? Not only is he up in the air with his play, because I talked about it last week. He was 3-1 as a starter, but he's not playing well against defense that's not letting you score.
Right.
And then now you talking about he missed the game due to injury last week. And then he might not play again this week due to injury. He's already showing durability issues.
Right.
Which is what I was afraid of with him coming out of Alabama, because his hip injury wasn't nothing to sneeze at. That was the same injury that took Bo Jackson out.
Right.
In his career. Same injury. So I'm not ready to let Tua say that yet. So let's pump the brakes on Tua on that conversation. But I'm with you. There's a good cluster of young quarterbacks that are doing it, and they're pretty much saying, hey, they're at that point where Peyton Manning already retired. Drew Brees, I think this is his last year. Tom Brady's coming up on his last few years. Phillip Rivers is on his last few years. Big Ben is not too far behind. You can even say Aaron Rodgers is probably about 5-6 years removed from probably picking it up. I mean, so that whole cluster of quarterbacks are pretty much moving out the way, and then this new wave.
And you know what I'm saying? And so it's gonna be like in 3 years, I give it a good 3 years, you're gonna see a lot of household names fall out.
Of the young generation, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. I mean, Mahomes is a household name, but I'm just talking about in general of the older.
Yes, no, trust me, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
You're gonna see a lot of them just fall off, and there's gonna be a whole different NFL. I mean, I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be a good NFL. I don't think it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna go bad. I think it's gonna be better because it's a different type of play. I think you have you're gonna see a lot more scoring. You're gonna see a different type of quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what you got to get off your chest, big bro?
Man,
it's
going to be kind of vague, but I'm gonna kind of tie it all into one word.
Okay.
Inconsistent. And the few things I want to say that are inconsistent. One, just they still haven't figured out what pass interference is. That's inconsistency being called.
Right.
Same with the holding. still not inconsistent. They still keep coming up with terms on what it is, but when it's called on the field, you're like, what is this?
Right,
So
right.
that's one thing. There, one of the biggest things that is really bothering me about this inconsistency word that I'm flowing with is how are they handling this COVID situation?
Right.
You had the Denver Broncos, literally, whole quarterback room was wiped out because of COVID. They couldn't play at all. They literally had to get a wide receiver practice squad with some kind of experience in college
Right.
to go play quarterback.
Right.
So here's my inconsistency that I'm seeing. So you got Denver's case,
Right.
and then you got Baltimore's case. They went through hell and high water to push that game back 3 times to get that game in. So it was originally supposed to be on Thanksgiving, moved it to Sunday night. And Baltimore kept getting cases. Then they moved it to Monday night. Baltimore kept getting cases. They moved it to Wednesday night. Finally got the game in. And then I was watching the game, and Roger Goodell got on there, and he came and gave this lame excuse that, because Baltimore's outbreak was throughout the whole team, we felt it was an unfair advantage to, have it try to get the game in, so we kept moving it back so they get more players available. Cool. If that's your excuse, that's what you want, whatever. But you can't say that case wasn't more important than Denver's case.
Who didn't have a quarterback?
You got no quarterback.
Right.
Look, the NFL purposely takes the quarterback position and puts it on a pedestal. They purposely do it. Let's be honest.
Right.
All the rule changes that are put in are to favor the offense, which the quarterback plays on to make it more compelling for the audience.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So you telling me that a team with no quarterback isn't as important as an outbreak for a few players? Baltimore still put on a game.
Oh, yeah.
They had a chance to win that game. But you think Denver,
they play with 2
who don't have a
quarterbacks.
quarterback,
Right.
you don't have a chance in snowballs hell to win that game.
Right.
This is what was bothering me about inconsistent stuff in the NFL. You can't sit here and say that's okay to put the Denver Broncos in that situation. Now, look, I get it. The Denver Broncos are 4-7. You got the Baltimore Ravens are 6-5. But if you really look at it, they both not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Right.
You never know what the hell could happen. Denver could go on a run and win out.
Right.
And could possibly be in position to get a playoff position, but you technically could have cost him a game because you just didn't want to push it back at least.
Right.
Like they went through hell and high water to make sure that Steelers Ravens game played. Why not do the same for the Broncos? What if that game meant something? What if that game actually, instead of being 4-7, they're 5-6 right now?
Right.
If they're 5-6, they're still in the playoff hunt. You cost them a chance to actually get into the dance because for what? To me, there's no difference between a team with a quarterback that the Ravens lost Lamar Jackson, cool, and that sucks. And they lost other starters, but they were still able to put a team on the field and still actually be competitive and almost win the game.
Right.
You take Denver with no quarterback. You look, if you got no quarterback, you got no chance in hell.
Right.
This is the NFL. This is the premier football players of the world in one organization, and you take the most important position away from them. It makes no sense.
They can't get they can't get a catch consistent, and now they're gonna get that consistent.
You feel me, bro?
Still figure out what a catch is.
I just don't understand how they're doing. Like, you come up with the protocols, okay, But now it's just like you're playing and picking and choosing on what's important and what's not.
Right.
And to me, that's not right because Denver's not mathematically they're
Um,
not mathematically
Denver is
eliminated.
the Jets.
They're not the Jets.
Right. It
They're
was the
not.
Jets. They wouldn't even care. Like they can catch their
They're
whole
not even
season.
the Jaguars. Those
Right.
teams, we know they're eliminated. Ain't
Right.
no chance in hell. And if you do that to them, I don't give a damn because we don't even want to see that shit anyway. But if look, if I'm John Elway, general manager of the Broncos, I'm raising hell. New York is getting a call from me every 5 minutes till somebody talks to me,
Right.
till I talk to a human. Because I'm telling you, I got the standings right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Tennessee, Buffalo, Cleveland, Miami, Indianapolis. You know, Indianapolis 7-4, Miami 7-4, Cleveland 8-3, Buffalo 8-3, Tennessee 8-3, Kansas City 10-1, Pittsburgh's 11-0.
Right.
So if Denver had won that game, if they had a quarterback and they were 5-6, 5-6, you know where that puts you? That puts you right there with the Patriots,
Mm-hmm.
game behind the Ravens and the Raiders at 6-5. But that little cluster, that's a 2-game difference between being in the playoffs and out.
Right.
2 games
Right.
with 5 games left in the regular season. I'm just saying that was not right to the Denver Broncos to put them in that position to even try to field an offense with no quarterback. That to me,
That's a
Roger
frustration
Goodell,
about the NFL, man. You know,
you gotta do better, bro. Because that's whack shit.
It is, and it's not. I don't know. I will give them this one part, and it's very slim, but COVID has been a nightmare for everybody trying to figure out maneuver how to do this. However, which we'll give you that, but however, you have to be the same and consistent across the board. That's just the only thing we know. I think most fans recognize that we're in a whole different situation.
Yes, and we recognize that. But you hit it right on the head. It has to be the same across the board.
Be the same across the board. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do the same thing for Baltimore, do the same thing for Denver, and just you know what I'm saying. Now, however, I will even say this: even if you are the Jets, for the sake of fairness, just be the same.
No, I hear you. No, I hear you. I hear you on that. I was just throwing that out there as in like,
what you're saying.
If Roger Goodell had did that to the Jets and made them play with no quarterback or the Jaguars, to me, it's not gonna make a damn difference because both y'all teams are so much trash that y'all not having a quarterback. Y'all might actually be better.
They might mess around and win.
Yeah, they might mess around and win. But yes, you're 100% right. If you're gonna be on make a decision on one thing, it needs to be the same on that same type of decisions, on that same situations, because it's all COVID related. Right. To me, you got to keep that consistently. And I think Roger Goodell dropped the ball on that big time. Right. If I'm John Elway, I'm cussing somebody out. Somebody getting this cuss out. Somebody got to explain to me why Baltimore's situation was any different from mine. I'm just saying.
Right. I agree.
Because even in Roger Goodell's explanation when I was listening to the game, he said Denver Broncos situation was isolated and Baltimore's was more like a team issue. But to me, if you got no quarterback, that's a team issue.
A team issue. Right. What you gonna do?
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you expect us to win in the NFL with a wide receiver we just had to put on practice squad and ask him a day or two before the game, hey, bro,
did you play quarterback?
I know you play wide receiver, but you got quarterback experience from college, right?
Learn these plays right quick.
On, man, you can be our quarterback this Sunday.
Learn how to call these plays right quick. Come on up in here and be quarterback.
Like, come on, man.
Right. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
That shit crazy. Just before we get out of here, folks, I just want to update everybody on the playoff standings, as y'all just heard, Kansas City is at 10-1, sitting at the 2 seed. Tennessee 8-3, Buffalo 8-3, Cleveland 8-3, Miami 7-4, Indianapolis 7-4, and of course, the top of the AFC, the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. But not out of playoff contention, right there at that 7 seed, 6-5 Las Vegas Raiders, 6-5 Baltimore Ravens, and believe it or not, 5-6 New England Patriots sitting right there in the hunt. Now, to me, AFC, their playoff picture is more clear. All right, we know who's good, we know who's mediocre, and we know who's trash. Out of the NFC, it's a whole different picture. All right,
wide open.
You got New Orleans 9-2 at the 1 seed, Seattle 8-3, Green Bay 8-3, the Giants at the 4 seed at 4-7. Los Angeles Rams 5 seed 7-4, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 7-5 at the 6 seed, Arizona Cardinals 6-5. Now in the hunt, the whole NFC.
Right.
Only reason why I say it like that is because the NFC East, which is the garbage division of it all.
You got 3 teams in there that can move up into the playoff position.
No, all 4 teams.
Well, I'm saying 4 teams. All right, 4 teams.
No, all 4 teams. Yeah. Look, if this weekend they can be either in or out, really, just because of that division.
Right.
All 4 teams.
I was naming the other 3 besides the one that's in the lead now.
Yeah, so you got the Giants in the lead. Washington has a tiebreaker they're both 4-7, but Giants got the tiebreaker.
Right.
Then you got Philly 3-7-1 and Dallas at 3-8. All 4 teams are mathematically eligible to win that division, right. So that automatically puts them in the playoffs. So all 4 teams, yes, I said it. All 4 teams are in the playoff hunt.
Right.
I know, crazy. Then not only that, so all right, so I'm gonna put it to you this way: you take out the NFC East. Every team's still eligible to make the playoffs, including your Detroit Lions. They're still mathematically equivalently eligible. I'm not saying it's going to happen because both of you know.
I'm not saying
it's not happening. Look, hey, bro, that fool's gold to take that bet. They gonna make the playoff, bro. But
I am not a Dallas fan.
Man,
so, Dallas be still talking about they gonna win the Super Bowl. We gonna win the Super Bowl, man. We got to go roll right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the NFC is wide open. NFC is wide open. Hey, the NFC is more wide open than mail than your DMs, bro. I'm telling you, more wide open.
Yeah,
they open as hell. Anybody could take could get into the big dance in the NFC.
Right.
Before we get out, Mel, who we just gonna take a quick guess. Who do you think is gonna be in the? Let's just talk NFC. Who's gonna be in the playoffs? Who's gonna get those last few spots? Because everybody's still eligible.
I mean, I think one of the top leading ones. You talking about that's gonna make it? That's at the bottom. That's on the hunt, right?
Yes. Let's just talk about because. Let's just go about whoever team's in the hunt. Who you think got a chance to sneak in?
I like Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. I mean, I think I like Chicago because that defense, and I don't like Mitch Trubisky, but I think that they gonna find a way. They can find a way to sneak in. I think they can find a way to sneak in.
Whew.
I can't go with. I think the Giants gonna make it. I think they're gonna keep I think they're gonna keep ahead of the division and go ahead and make it. So I'm not gonna add them in there. Who am I forgetting?
I got a sleeper for you.
Go ahead.
San Francisco.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, I can go San Francisco.
I'm going San Francisco because, man, they still find a way to still stay competitive.
Right.
And they got so many injured players, but yet they are still competitive. They're not laying down for nobody.
Right. Right.
They're pretty much saying, damn the injuries, damn this excuse, damn that excuse. They still playing football.
They playing. If they win next week,
Mm.
I don't know. Some people be in trouble.
I'm telling you this: if they beat Buffalo this weekend,
They beat Buffalo this weekend. Cardinals not gonna make it in.
Oh no,
They not gonna
no!
make it. If they beat Buffalo, the Cardinals are not gonna make it.
It'd be hard to say that. And this is what sucks about the NFC. So the whole NFC West, the toughest division in football, their worst team is 5-6. You put them in the NFC East, they win in that division.
They win that division,
You know,
right?
So I'm gonna propose this quick question.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, would you keep the seedings how they are by division, or would you just go ahead by record?
See, I think I would keep it the way it is. The reason why I say that is because I think the situation you have in the NFC East is an anomaly. I don't think that's a thing that's going to.
Yeah, but this ain't the first time it's happened before.
Well, it's not, but I'm just saying, I don't think that's going to be like a thing that happens all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I don't think that's an all the time thing. I think you should at least have a representative from each division.
Okay, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? I think that makes it, I won't say fair, but equitable.
No, it makes it interesting. It brings
At least you got a representative from each division. You know what I'm saying? Because you give each team in that division something to play for outside of the Super Bowl. I'm saying, and we could just make it to, to the playoffs. I mean, not to the playoffs. We can just make it to the top of the division. We have a shot.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? And then with the playoffs, depends on where you see depends on where you got you seated at. All you have to do is go on a roll 3 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
That's
right.
it. That's all you need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get hot at the right time, and you just need win 3 games. That's it.
No, you're right.
So I think that makes it interesting, and it gives you a good incentive for a team. Let's take the Giants this year.
Yeah.
Now, my caveat: I'm not saying the Giants going to the Super Bowl or going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just using it as an example. The Giants, they win out their division, right? They get hot. They get seeded against a team that's a good matchup for them. You know what I'm saying? They beat that team. Now they got momentum.
Which right now would be the Arizona Cardinals,
Right.
4 versus 7.
You know what I'm saying? So say like they play Arizona, they beat Arizona. They got momentum. Now they got confidence. Hey, we can do this.
Correction, my fault. So it would be the 7-4 Los Angeles Rams.
They played them tough last time. They played them tough. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't like they was like getting ran over by the Rams. They had a chance to win that game. So you know what I'm saying? They had a chance to win that game. So you look at that. They beat the Rams. Say they beat the Rams.
Yeah.
That's a confidence. That's a lot of confidence for them. They get on the momentum. 2 more games, they good.
I mean, you know what? You're not wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that the Giants is going to the Super Bowl. I'm just using that as an example, and that's why I kind of like it the way it is because, you know, it's not a lot of. Let's take like college. In college, you pretty much know who the dominant teams are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, for the most part, you know, if you take college football, you know, Alabama is playing Backyard State. Alabama, that's a W. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is.
Backyard State.
You know what I'm saying? Now you do have, you know, like this is for you, Brian, in case you listen. You did have when Appalachian State beat Michigan. That happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen all the time.
No.
You know what I'm saying? For the most part, with college sports, you pretty much know. You know what I'm saying? If Alabama playing Babalo Tech, they win. You know what I'm saying? Like with the NFL, these are professional players. All you have to do is get hot. You know what I'm saying? You on the road, you can win something. So I like that idea of having a representative for each division. So then you can really, and for me, you really crowning a true champion because you can say, okay, I won out my division. Now I'm going on to play the best of other divisions to see who's the best in the NFL.
I hear you.
You know, so that's why I like it better that way.
I would, you know what, just to follow up, I would keep it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Only because it creates that drama. It
Right.
creates that.
Right.
It creates that urgency for each team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because now, especially in the NFC, you're literally talking about every 16 team in the NFC is 2 or 3 games for making sure that they got a spot.
Right.
Really.
Right.
So to me, week 17 is going to be a hell of a week. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about 16 teams fighting for 7 spots because nothing in the NFC is secure right now.
That's true. That's true.
Not even the 1 seed for New Orleans is secure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I'm kind of right there with you that they should keep it the same. But you're still going to get those people that's going to have an issue with somebody from NFC East taking a spot from one of them big teams.
That's how it's a sports period. I mean, we went to BCS. Everybody's complaining about the BCS.
Yeah.
They went to the playoffs. Now everybody says to the 16 and be the 18s. I mean, you're going to have that. There's no perfect system.
No, you're right.
You know
no perfect system.
And I think that you have to go what is the best system versus the perfect system because you can find flaws in all the systems.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I still personally, I keep going back to college, but I still personally like the playoffs better than I like the BCS. Yeah, I mean, I'm an 8 playoff kind of guy. I think 8 teams is good, but then you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna complain about it because I'd rather have the 16 than go back to the BCS. You know what I'm saying? The BCS was just garbage, man.
Man,
the dang
you had a computer determine who should play in that
stuff. It was just it was stupid, man.
It was too much.
It was too much. But it's a good show, man.
Oh man, great show, big bro. Man.
And before we close out, I think our next show will be December 31st. That'll be our year in review show. So those
for I Often Wonder,
not
IOW,
not for IOW Sports, but for I Often Wonder.
We here every week talking football. Right. Goddammit.
But for I Often Wonder, we're gonna do a year in review show. So we're gonna try to set it up where we take phone calls. So those who want to call in and they want to just chop it up about this review this year,
Yeah.
I know we probably gonna get a lot of COVID calls, but you know what I'm saying. But let's make it
we're gonna have COVID calls on the minimum.
Right. But I'm gonna try to bring in a few different people. We're gonna try to bring in some of the guests that was on our show for the for all of season 1.
That'd be dope.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to start contacting them. And those who they can't make it, we have a pre-recorded kind of thing. So this we can kind of hear, what they thought about the show, how they have fun on the show, that kind of thing. So we're behind the scenes putting that together for December 31st. So stay tuned for that. And then I'm excited about season 2 coming up in January. 28.
They just don't know what's coming in. Oh my
28
God.
days for the 28 days of February for Black History Month. Ooh, you talking about mind blowing. Those some bomb interviews. Some bomb interviews.
Man, y'all have no idea, and I'm a double down on what Mel said.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are in for some treats on the I Often Wonder podcast.
We got tears, we got dancing,
man.
We got some everything, and
joy,
you never guess.
Man, we got the whole roller coaster of emotions on that, bro.
It was nice, man. It was real nice. Like like I said, you're gonna be just tune in. Season 2 is gonna be popping. Yeah,
so everybody go like, share,
right,
comment. Go over to www.ioftenwonder19.com. Go over there, check out all our social media platforms where you can find o.w sports, where you can find I Often Wonder podcast.
Merch.
That's where you find all our information. The Patreon, if you want to donate so that we can help keep delivering top-notch shows, stuff like that. Of course, the merch,
The merch.
Other than that, you can always find me at madmax.net. You can find our girl Alexis at Millie J Sweet Treat.
Right.
And of course, you got Mel. You can catch him at Bonfire
Right.
/ J Edwin Collection. He got the J Edwin on right now.
Edwin
Hey,
on,
I got a few of the J Edwin shirts. Yo,
Right.
they fire.
I got some new
I mean,
stuff coming out.
oh yeah. So like all three of us are doing on our own personal little joints, trying to
Right.
make sure we do what we do as business people, and then
Mm-hmm.
we all come together and we like to put on, a great time for you
Right.
guys
Right.
on IOW Sports and I Often Wonder.
Right.
So,
Right.
man, Mel, great show, big
Great show,
bruh.
bro. Great show, bro.
I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, go like, share, comment. Go, man. We only get bigger once y'all share the word on how great of a job you're doing.
Right.
Especially give us criticism. We big,
Feedback.
we grown folks. We can take it.
Mm-hmm.
What you like, what you hate. Just
Right.
be frank with it.
Right.
It only makes us better. But until then, world, I'm the boy Wildcard Mar. I'm out.
Of course, you know who
Yeah,
this
that's
is.
what that is. That nigga Mel. I love you, big bro.
I
Y'all
love
be
you too,
good,
bro.
world.
Have a good one.